All right. Welcome back to the Rustic Input. I'm sorry. My name is Logan Russick, and today I am here joined with Avery Joseph de Valentini and Cameron Price. So if you
What's
guys
up?
want to introduce yourselves and talk about today we're going to be talking about our top 10 albums. So we're going to be talking about what music means to everybody. So,
All right. My name is the Cameron Joseph Price. I don't listen to a lot of music, but I only listen to songs that I like. But yeah, I'll give you my top 10 albums.
all right. Avery.
My name is the Avery Joseph de Valentini. Uh, Similar to Cam, I listen to it, but I actually listen to more than him. Uh, I also make music, so I think it's really important.
Mhm.
And I think I have a really good list of albums.
Yeah, shout out Voria on Spotify. That is all lowercase Vorii. All right, so let's get into this. We will be talking about the top 10 best albums that we picked on our list of 2025. There's a lot of great music that came out this year, from rap to rock to just right about everything. So we will be starting with our 10 and working our way up. My number 10, my personal number 10 this year was Don't Tap the Glass by Tyler, the Creator. It was something new from Tyler. It wasn't like, his regular albums. It was definitely, different from Chromacopia, which he released last year, which was more like a lyrical type of album. This was more of like a hype, get you off your feet lyrical album. So I thought it was really good. Some of my favorite songs from that list was Ring Ring Ring, Don't Tap the Glass slash Tweaking, and then I'll Take Care of You featuring Yiba. So that was my number 10. Cameron, what about you? What did you have at 10?
My number 10 is Jack Boys 2. At first,
Okay.
when this came out, I didn't really like it. Some of the songs were a little bit weird to me, but as I listened to it more, it kind of grew on me, especially
Hmm.
Shine. Wobbly,
Yeah.
wiggly, wobbly, wiggly.
Whoa.
Uh,
All right. Avery Foley Devella, what's your number three? Or no, your number 10, I'm sorry.
My
You're
number
going
10 is
number three.
Passionate Ones by Nourish by Time.
Okay.
Um, I really like Tossed Away off that album. I think is really
Nice.
good. It's like really different from a lot of the stuff he makes, which I think is really cool
Yeah. Good.
and
Good
slightly
take.
British.
Cool. All right, good takes, guys, on our number 10. Going to number nine. At number nine, I had Hyper Youth by Joey Valentine Bray. This is personally my favorite JVB album. I like See You Dance featuring Rebecca Black, who, we really haven't heard anything since Friday. I liked What's Up featuring JPEG Mafia, which released as a single earlier in the year, but came out on the album. And then I really liked Go Hard. The whole thing about JVB is they want you to dance. That's the whole thing about their shows, and they make music that you would hear like at clubs or parties or anything like that. So number nine, I had Hyper Youth by Joey Valentine Bray. What about you, Cameron?
Number 9, I got Bad Bunny, Debris, Tira, Mas Fotos.
Good album.
This I didn't really listen to a lot of Bad Bunny until one of our friends put this album on, and I've been listening to a lot more Bad Bunny. This album put me on. It's a phenomenal album. I really highly recommend it.
All right. Good choice. What about you, Avery? What was your nine?
My my number 9 was Baby by Dijon.
Okay. Good
Uh,
album.
they're really good. The production on the album was phenomenal. Hire's a great song.
Nice. Going into my number eight, I also picked a R&B song at my number or album, I apologize. At my number eight, I'm going Beloved by Giveon. Some of my favorite songs were the opener Mud, which was a insane opener. I liked Avalanche and then Rather Be as well. Giveon is a great performer year after year. And I think he had one of the best R&B albums. He's actually nominated for the best R&B album in the Grammys in the year, and I think he deserves it. So yeah, number eight, I have Beloved by Giveon. What about you, Cam?
My number 8, I have kind of a crazy place to put it here. I have Hurry Up Tomorrow by The Weeknd. Again,
Wow.
great album. But as time went on, I started listening to it less and less. I've liked more albums better than it. It's a great album. Take Me Back to LA is one of my favorite songs. All in all the Weeknd's discography. But again, I kind of started listening to it less and less. It's still a good album though. I highly recommend it.
That's a very interesting take. I know a lot of people who disagree. What about you,
Mhm.
Avery? What's your number eight?
Um, my number 8 is an album called Scumbag by Scumbag, and the song Through It. What's so funny, Cameron?
Nothing.
The song Through It slash Send Me is really good, and since they have like a really small following, it kind of opened up like a new kind of music that I like to listen to.
Nice. What genre is that? Because I haven't heard of the artist before.
Um, I think it's like alternative hip hop, all
Okay,
indie hip hop.
nice. I guess I'll have to check them out. Yeah, at my number seven, I had one of the best lyrical albums I think that came out in 2025. At my number seven, I have Wishbone by Conan Gray. Some of my favorite songs was Actor, Vodka Cranberry, and Romeo. I saw Conan in Golf Ball last year, and I was familiar with him, but I wasn't too familiar. And after seeing that performance, made me become a fan. So I gave the album a listen, and I thought it was insane. His vocals are just crazy, and I think this was one of his best album that he's put out. So yeah, I put Wishbone by Conan Gray at my seven. What
All
about you,
right.
Cam?
My number seven, I put in Breach by 21 Pilots. I've always liked 21 Pilots. They put out some bangers. This album was great. Again, one of our friends put me on this album, and Intentions is a great song, by the way. I like sad songs, so Intentions was a great song to listen to.
Nice. Good. Avery, what's your number seven?
My number 7 is Ginkgo by Panchico. I'm really big fan of Florida and also the song Ginkgo off of the album. I think they're really good. Max Omelet is great too. I think it's a really good contender. If not, it could be higher. But yeah,
Nice. All right, good all around. We're at where are we at? Number six now, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so my number six, I'm going my favorite Nepo baby. I'm going Vanisher, Horizon Scaper by Quedeca. Another great lyrical instrumental album. Some of my favorites was Godstained, Monday. He just put out hits after hits. He has a great voice. I like his style. I like his like alternative kind of style. Quedeca put out a great album with Vanisher this year, so I put Quedeca at my number six. What about you, Cam?
At number six, I put in I Am Music or Music by Cardi. Great
Okay.
album. After years of waiting,
Hmm.
a little bit long to like listen to, but great album. It's Cardi doing what he does best, and can't complain.
Yeah. Good pick. Actually, it didn't make my top 10, but that was my number third most listened to album on Spotify Rap this year.
W.
Nice. All right. Avery, what about you?
mine was Magic Alive by McKinley Dixon.
Nice.
And the song I picked was Run 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 Part 2. Really, really good song.
Nice. Now we're getting into the top five here. At my five, I picked someone who I got into a little bit later. I put this album came out in September, but it's really good. I believe is Gen Z's new rock band. I put Getting Killed by Geese at my number five pick. Some of my favorite songs were Trinidad, Ape's Do Cocaine, and Taxes. Um, Geese coming in the game, bringing back that like all like heavy rock sound. I really enjoyed this year. I really enjoyed their set at Camp Flog Gnaw in Los Angeles this year, which is Tyler Creators Festival. They put on a great set. I think Cameron Winters is one of the best singers in the game right now, especially in rock. So yeah, Getting Killed was a great album. I put
All
that on
right.
my five. Number five, Cameron, we got.
Number five, I got Don't Tap the Glass by Tyler the
Okay.
Creator.
Good pick. Good pick.
I just find it insane how he made that during like his tour, his very long Chromacopia tour, and it's like a dance album. He did something different there. One of my
Hmm.
favorite songs is Ring Ring Ring. Sugar on My
Same.
Tongue, Big Poe.
Mhm.
It's just a very different Tyler the Creator album that I really enjoyed. I really liked the dance atmosphere to it.
Nice. Nice. What about you, Avery? Getting into the top five. What's your pet out of your five?
My 5 is Bleeds by Wednesday. I think that Townies was a great, great and catchy song. It had so many parts that like it was just on repeat for a while since it came out.
Nice. Getting into the top four here. At my number four, I put out what I think was the best indie pop of 2025 album. I put self-titled Malcolm Todd by Malcolm Todd. He put out Bleed before this album came out. That went crazy. And then, you have like popular songs like Cheer Me On, Concrete, Harry Styles. And obviously, I love Harry Styles because he got picked for Flog Gnaw. Shout out Malcolm Todd. He's right behind me. He's right there. He's right there. I love Malcolm Todd. I didn't really become a fan until after he started to kind of get popular, which was like early 2024. But I started listening to him constantly, and this was a really good album by him. I really enjoyed this project. So yeah,
In my number four, I also have Self-Titled by Malcolm Todd.
yeah.
I really love Bleed. Again, I wasn't really a fan of his until I found Bleed. Actually, Avery told me to listen to Bleed. So after I listened to it, it's been on like not, it was on my like rotation like day after day after day, and it was just a great song and a great album.
Nice. All right, Avery, what you have your number four?
My number 4 is also self-titled by Malcolm Todd.
Nice.
I think that it was really like good. It came out when I was in Disney, and it won Bleed was my top song for this year.
Hmm.
And I think the songs on the album are really solid, like Who's the Fool,
Good song.
and it's really catchy.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, Bleed was also my top song this year. I listened to a lot of Malcolm. Yeah, he put out a great project. But going into the top three now, top three albums. At my number three, I have one of the most best lyrical R&B album that came out this year. I have Son of Spurgey by Daniel Caesar. Some of my favorite songs were, Have a Baby with Me, Who Knows, Call on Me. This new Daniel Caesar project that came out not that long ago was really good. And I didn't really think anything else would come into my top three, especially so late. But I mean, it was just too good that I couldn't pass it up. I love Caesar's voice. I love what he's been doing, and I hope to see him live one day and hear these wonderful songs. He's a great songwriter, and he's my favorite Canadian right now. So. So yeah, Son of Spurgey, Daniel Caesar, number three.
Right. My number three, I actually have the runner-up of one of the best hip hop albums. I have "Let God Sort 'Em Out" by Clips.
Nice.
Um, I didn't really know Clips until this album came out, and once I listened to it, wow. Chains and Whips, POV, MTBTTF, great songs. It was just a great like boom bap like good album. Great for like anybody who loves hip hop, which I really love. I'm really glad that's getting the recognition it deserves.
100%. Avery, what we got for our top three?
Same as you, Logan. Son of
Yeah,
Spurgy,
nice.
phenomenal. Call on Me is great.
100%.
A lot of good things that came with that album.
100%. Actually, Cameron, for my number two, your number three was my number two. I had Let God Sort 'Em Out at my number two this year. I really enjoyed what Pusha T has been putting out these last couple
Mhm.
of years, especially what he's been doing with Kendrick and just like all the LA based hip hop artists. Um, you know, uh, Clips is considered one of the best rap duos,
Mhm.
in my opinion. I put them right behind Eric B and Rakim just because I enjoy them more. But uh, Malice and Pusha T, they always put out bangers. They always put
Yeah.
out hits. I mean, this is unk music, but I like it. This is the this old school New York Harlem hip hop.
Yeah.
Some great features this year on it, like Tyler the Creator, Kendrick Lamar. My personal favorite was Mike Tyson Blow to the Face or MTB TTF. Great album by Push and Mal. It was really, really good
Mm.
this year. They're legends.
My number two is another hip hop, one of my favorites of the year. Malice, Pusha T, and Clips is also on this. I have God Does Like Ugly by JID or
Nice.
JID. Great album. I love how one half it was hip hop, then it switches to R&B. One of my favorite songs is You Ugly with West Side Gun, Work, Community with Clips, Pusha T, and Malice, VCRs with Vince Staples, and What We Own by Don Toliver. And
All good songs.
there's it's just JID doing JID. He's one of the best lyricism in the game. He has one of the best flows, and like he's just one of my favorite albums. I really like the lyricism off like hip hops, and he does it perfectly.
Mhm. All right, Avery, what's your number two?
My number two is Let God Sort 'Em Out.
Nice.
Uh,
Same as me.
Not surprised that it's top five on everyone's list for
Mhm.
albums of the year.
100%.
My
Yeah.
personal favorite off it was EBITDA with Pharrell
Great
Williams,
song. Great song.
and I
Great
think
song.
that everyone who worked on the project did a great job with.
Hmm.
And it felt like rap was back.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, this was a great year for rap. Before we go into our number one pick, I want to throw out an honorable mention in there that just barely made the list. I'm gonna go Blush by Kevin Abstract. His projects after leaving Brockhampton have been really good, but I think this is the best one so far. And the things he's doing with Geezer now with Dominic Fike, I really enjoyed Blush so far. But at my number one. This came out early in the year. Me and Avery saw this guy live back in late July. I'm putting Hurry Up Tomorrow by Abel Tesfaye, also known as The Weeknd.
Mhm.
My favorite song off this album was Niagara Falls. I also liked Reflections Laughing featuring Trav. Take Me Back to LA. And then one of my favorite hype songs that came out this year was Sao Paulo. Just the sounds and the production by Mike Dean, everything about this album was just perfect. I'm really surprised it didn't make the Grammys this year because The Weeknd's probably like in the top three for most known like artists there are right now.
Mhm.
I think the tour he went on with Cardi was really, really good. He put on a great production. After seeing it live, it was really, really good. So yeah, at my one spot, Hurry Up Tomorrow by The Weeknd. What about you, Cam?
Mine is it's a little biased if you want to count it as album. It's more of like a live album. It's this guy right here, Parker James Cannon. It's I Want to Disappear in the USA by The Story So Far. I am
Nice.
a big pop punk fan. I love The Story So Far, one of my favorite bands of all time. And just hearing the live album and see how they mixed it and like hearing his like pure voice, Parker's pure voice, it just feels special. It feels like you're actually there. And it's just a great album. Great like hearing those songs like live, hearing like the little spins he has when he does like different vocal things on the regular songs and live songs, which I really like. So I'm really glad that they dropped the live album.
Nice. Good pick. Avery, what about you? What is your number one to end us off tonight?
So actually, I have two honorable mentions before we get into
Okay.
that. I have
Gotcha.
Surface Tension by Dev Lemons.
Nice. Good album.
Really experimental. I thought it was really dope. Everything she did on the album seemed like some of her old stuff when she had her little group. And the other honorable mention is Lover of a Ghost by Violent Vera with her song Saccharine. Thought it was great. And then my number one is Vanisher by Quideka.
Nice.
That guy.
It's a
Uh,
great picture. It's a
um,
great picture.
I think the creativity on Vanisher was completely different from anything else I've heard that has come out in like the past 5 years. I think I personally believe it's the best album of the 2020s, although it might be a stretch. I think it was phenomenal.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a respectable take. I mean, I put that at my two, three, four. I put that on my at my sixth spot. It was, it was a really good album. So thank you guys for joining me on the Rustic Input. I think you could see today we all had, similar but different takes. Avery, I mean, I know you had more like unknown stuff. Cam, we kind of had like the same stuff, but you had,
Yeah.
the pop punk in there. I had, a mix of rock and hip hop and R&B and rap. So I think this was one of the best years for music in a while.
100%.
And
Yeah.
the Grammys are February 1st. So I guess we'll see who will win then. But for now, thank you for joining me on the Rustic Input and have a good day, guys. Appreciate it.